Every year, millions of Filipinos leave the comfort of home, carrying not just their dreams, but the hope of their loved one. With courage in their hearts, they venture into the unknown, creating the familiar for the promise of a better future. Today, we follow the journey of one story of resilience, transformation, and finding connection in a foreign land.
In these streets, amidst the unfamiliar faces and towering buildings, lies a tale of sacrifice and determination. For every overseas Filipino worker, every step forward is a testament to their unwavering spirit. The journey of every OFW begins long before they step onto foreign soil. It starts with dreams nurtured in the warmth of home, surrounded by love, hope, and often great challenges.
Good day, ma'am. We are marine engineering students from DCLC. And we sincerely thank you for taking the time to participate in this interview. Before we proceed, may we kindly ask for your permission to record this session?
Yes, sure.
First, can you introduce yourself, your name, age, and what country did you work before, and what is your work there?
Okay, first and foremost, by profession, I'm a dentist, and I'm 53 years old, and I used to work in Saudi Arabia for 13 years.
So I am Jennifer Sheldon Reputazo. I am 33 years old and nag-work po ako sa Saudi Arabia way back 2013 to 2018. So 11 years ago na siya, for 2 years ako nag-work.
Can you tell us about your life in the Philippines before you decided to move abroad?
Okay, before moving to Saudi Arabia, I used to work in a prestigious restaurant. If you're aware, I could mention, right? So it was Don Henrico's Pista Plaza and more, originated from Session Baguio, and I used to work as a store manager there. So from 2000 to 2003, I used to work as a restaurant manager. But prior to that, I have previous work, which is from PGIM. It was way back 1997 from 2000.
Okay. So, before po, fresh grad lang po ako noon, tapos nag-decide po kasi ang mother ko po kasi talaga yung may gusto na mag-work ako sa abroad. Pero dito, sa Pilipinas, okay naman ako kasi, syempre, college yun, tapos fresh grad lang. Maraming friends, ayun. So, yung nag-move ako doon, medyo nanibago. Nanibago kasi, at marami akong barkada, tapos pagdating doon, wala. Yung mom ko lang yung nandun ako sa akin.
What made you decide to leave the Philippines and work there?
Ayun, kasi nga, yung mom ko, gusto niya talaga ako makasama kasi 13 years siyang nag-work doon, tapos, ayun, gusto niyang maranasan ko din kung paano magtrabaho abroad. Ayun, pinagbigyan ko lang siya na makasama niya din ako.
Okay, to be exact and to be honest with everybody, I'm a single mom of 4. So, that time, syempre, mahirap magpalaki pagka-4 yung anak ko. Okay, so, actually, it's not a decision that I made because I want to earn a lot. I want to go there because I want to build up myself first and I want to bring good future for my kids. So, 4 yung anak mo, 4 yung pag-aaralin mo. So, I think that's the thing na pwedeng makatulong sa akin is to work hard in the world.
For many, the decision to leave home is not just a choice, it's a leap of faith, a journey fueled by the desire to create a better life, even if it means facing the unknown. Adapting to a new culture is like learning a new language, full of missteps, discoveries, and moments of connection. Each interaction becomes a bridge between two worlds.
In that country, what was your first impression of the culture there?
Noon pa man, sinasabi na nila sa akin na mahigpit doon, ganyan na bawal nga daw magkasama ang babae sa lalaki, ganyan. Tapos parang, bastos daw sila, gano'n. Tapos Nung nag-work naman ako, kasi since sa hospital naman kami, tapos sa admin ako, nakita ko naman professional naman yung mga kasama kong yung mga Saudi. So, okay lang naman yung pakikipag-trabaho ko sa kanila. Parang hindi sila tapos, mabait naman sila. Pero siguro yung mga hindi masyadong nag-aral, sila yung mga, pag halimbawa, makita lang yung pilay mo, ganyan, parang papagalitan ka kung ano yung sinasabi sa lugar.
It was a culture shock. Really. What would I say? Culture shock kasi totally different when it comes to religion. And ibang-iba. As in, hindi ka pwede nakipag-usap sa hindi mo kakilala na tao. Especially pag lalaki. You are a guy and a woman. You cannot just speak to everybody. Not like you're in the Philippines. Pag nakita kayo, kawayan or ganyan. Okay. Pag dating doon, iba. So, dun yung matatakot ka na talagang na-shock ang lahat. Siguro ako sa first time. Hindi ko expected na gano'n. Alam ko mahigpit, pero hindi ko alam na bawal pala yung makipag-usap pag hindi mo, especially pag hindi mo relative.
From their culture, which were the hardest to adjust to?
Hardest siguro para sa akin yung language lang kasi ako syempre tayo Pinoy, alam lang natin is English. Yung boss ko is pure Arabic, hindi siya makakaintindi ng English. So doon ako pinaka-nahirapan kasi kailangan kong mag-adjust, kailangan kong intindihin yung language nila, pag-aralin yung language nila.
Every shared meal, every friendly greeting, every challenge faced, all these moments come together, creating a story of growth, understanding, and resilience. In the blending of cultures, there's transformation, not just in circumstances, but in the heart and soul. It's a journey that strengthens, expands perspectives, and reveals the incredible power of human connection. What was this experience taught you about yourself and about that cultural difference?
It taught me how to be strong and to be free. Because all the countries have their own rules and regulation. It so happened lang sa Saudi Arabia is napapa-state ng competition kasi ang kalaban mo doon is kapwa. So, lately taught to be strong kasi wala akong ibang kakampi o di yung sa inyo. So, you have to be your own. Dahil may sakit ka, you have to work. Bawal umaksin. Pag may sakit, bawal umaksin. Kailangan diretso sa ospital. Pagkatapos ng ospital, right after that, duty ka. So, walang excuses sa kanila when it comes to pagpagdating sa mga ganyan. Kung mga, since nasa hospital ka, hindi pwede may mga excuses. So, you really have to work hard.
Siguro kailangan, siguro kasi syempre nag-abroad ka, ikaw yung mag-adjust kasi ikaw yung pumunta sa country nila. So, ayun, kailangan ikaw yung makibagay sa kanila para mas magtagal ka pa doon sa country nila.
What advice would you give to other Filipinos thinking of working abroad?
As of now, siguro it depends doon sa pupuntahan ng country. Hindi ko naman sinasabi no go for abroad kasi ganito ganyan. Siguro depende sa mapupuntahan nyo, depende kung ano yung nature ng work nyo. Pero as sa akin, sa ngayon, hindi ko isa-suggest na mag-abroad. Siguro especially sa mga babae. Kasi you can work hard here. Kung ano yung trabaho mo doon, let's say hindi naman dito, siguro nagkataon lang na we don't know how to spend money wisely. Kasi I was been there for 13 years. Hindi naman ako gano'n nakasave. Siguro nasave ko yung pag-aaral ng mga anak ko, pero monetarily, hindi gano'n kalaki. Not like here now, may business ako, may mga ibang sideline na kaya ko naman palang kitain more than doon sa kinikita ko sa abroad. And still, masaya ako kasi kasama ko yung family ko. Kasi ang pinakamahirap doon is yung boredom. Lalo na kayo na magiging seaman sooner. So, boredom yun, 6 months, 10 months, di ba? Bago kayo makababa. Tapos minsan walang signal. So, ang kalaban nyo dyan, yung boredom nyo. Pero kung if you follow the rules naman sa company or sa country na pupuntahan nyo, wala magiging problema. Sinasabi ko lang, I would advise kung sino man yung gusto mag-abroad, go on. Hanggat bata kayo, go lang kayo. Basta make sure to follow the rules. Huwag kayong lalampas yan dun sa limit nyo. Pag sinabing bawal to, bawal yan. Just follow. And you'll succeed soon. Ang ano lang dyan is, pagka bawal uminom, pero uminom kayo. So, ano yan eh, yun yung mga bawal na dapat hindi natin sinusunod. Diba? So, kung ako lang talaga, I would not suggest na pumunta kayo na abroad. Kasi I earn now, hindi ko nakikita yung pera, kinikita ko ngayon na kinikita ko sa to be frankly speaking, hindi talaga. Mas masaya ako ngayon kasi mas malaki yung income ko, mas masaya ako kasi nandito kayo sa
Ayun. Yung mga gustong mag-work ng abroad, kailangan buo yung loob nyo. Dapat yung kayo mismo yung may gusto. Tapos, ayun, kaya kailangan malakas yung loob nyo, marunong kayong mag-adjust sa mga tao. Kasi ako, halimbawa ako, hindi naman buo yung loob ko eh, pero nag-enjoy naman ako. Pero sana mas nag-explore ako na ako mismo yung may gusto. Kasi marami pa akong gustong matutunan, pero ayun nga, dahil nandun yung pamilya ko, parang nakadepende ako sa kanila.
Through their challenge and victories, OFW show us strength, embracing change, the beauty of finding unity in diversity. They are more than workers, they are symbols of hope, humanity, proving the Filipino spirit can flourish anywhere in the world. In a world rich with diverse cultures, the Filipino spirit always finds a way to thrive and connect. Their stories reminds us that despite our differences, it's our shared humanity that unites us. This is one person's story, but it's also the story of countless others.